Okay, let's look at this first problem. How are we going to solve this problem? You better know. We covered it yesterday. We're going to cross multiply. So we're going to set this problem up. This is writing the steps out. 3 times 21 equals 14s minus 2.
That's an S?
Yes.
That's it?
It's a 5.
I don't get it. Okay, we're going to start to solve this, right? What's 3 times 21?
3 times 21 is
Okay, can I get you up here, please? Grab the handout in the back.
63.
63. Okay, how do I solve this one? Can someone use a vocab word? Distributive property. Which means we're going to multiply this by this and this by this. I don't get it. This is no different than this,
Where's that 9 come from?
right? How do we solve this?
3 times X is 3X.
It's an X.
3x plus 6. That's simplified. Okay, we're going to do the same thing here. What's 14 plus multiplied by s?
14S.
Okay, and what is 14 times negative 2?
Negative 28.
Very good. Okay, are we ready to solve this bad boy now? Someone say yes.
Yes.
Okay, we're going to work on the variable side. This is what's key. We're going to deal with the variable last. What's the opposite of minus 28?
Oh, that's 28.
Very good. Okay, so what is 63 plus 28?
91.
Very good. 91 equals 14s. Are we done?
No.
No. What do we need to do to the 91 and 14s?
1.
Yes, because 14s is what type of math?
Division.
Very good. So we're going to divide by 14. We're going to divide by 14. What is 91 divided by 14?
6.5.
Okay, so we're 6 and 1/2, right?
Yeah.
Equals s. Once again, what's the steps for this? It's 91 divided by 14 equals 6.5. We don't leave it as a decimal, we leave it as a fraction. 6 and 1/2 being reduced. Okay, any questions on this one? This is probably very, very typical of what's going to be on the test. This exact problem, it's happened before. Yeah, it's happened before. 3 times 21, 3 times 21. 14, s minus 2 in parentheses. We got to get rid of the parentheses. There's a variable in here, we can't solve it. 14 times s, 14s. 14 times negative 2, negative 28. We work on the variable side. We deal with the variable last. We're adding 28 to both sides. 63 plus 28 is 91. Bring down the 14s. This is multiply. Our inverse operation is to divide. So we're going to put 91 in the calculator, divided by 14. We're going to get 6.5, but that 0.5 we want to write as a fraction. We use fractions because we're going to get to graphing. You can't graph a decimal. Okay, what about the next one? Is it the same? Yes, it's exactly the same. Is this one easier?
Yes.
Yeah, there's no distributive property in it. So writing the steps out, we're going to have x times 20 equals 8 times 7.5. Erica, you want to write this down?
Oh my, you're going so fast, like for real.
That's, why do you think I'm giving you time to write it down?
Blink.
Oh, you didn't get the memo. My God.
No, that's how fast you want to.
Gotcha. Jose, this is a review. We've already been working on this. So when you decide not to plug in class, it catches up with you. And that's what I tell you guys all the time. Grab the handout that's in the back. Okay, we're going to go through that one in a minute. Pretty straightforward, right?
Yes.
If you have multiple stuff here, just make sure you put it in parentheses, do distributive property. Okay, nothing new, right? We've been doing this for over a month. Okay, let's work on this one now. What's this?
X or 20X.
Right, isn't,
It's multiplication. Eight.
it's multiplying, right?
Yeah.
But can't we write it this way?
Yes.
Because isn't the parentheses mean the same thing, constant next to a variable? Yes. Okay, so what is 8 times 7.5? 60? Okay, how am I going to solve this now?
Divide it.
Very good. You guys got this. I can tell who's paying attention. What's 6 divided by 2?
3.
Is that my answer?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, once again, cross multiply. X times 20, x 20, 8 times 7.5, 8 times 7.5. Solve these. This means multiply. We can just rewrite it this way. 8 times 7.5, 60. We need the x by itself, so we're going to divide 20 by both sides. 60 divided by 20 is 3. We solve for it. We're done. Any questions on this?
No.
Okay, let me see thumbs up or down on this, please. Okay, good. Okay, isn't this one pretty much the same as this one?
Yeah.
That's the beauty of this section. All the steps are the same, they're not going to change, okay? And actually the steps don't change here. All the rules that I'm telling you, we're just building upon them, right? We're still doing the same stuff. So you guys tell me how to set this problem up.
Or 2 times
Cross multiply.
Okay?
2 times Q
minus 4
Okay?
3 times
equals
3 times
Okay, that's our next step, right? Showing all our work. Okay? 3 times 6 is 18. And then I'm going to take 2 times q, 2q, right?
minus 4.
Oh, 2 times negative 4.
Negative 8.
Yes. By the way, that's a common mistake made. Parentheses mean multiply. So when we do this distributive property, we are multiplying. They caught up with you. Okay. Now, this is from single variables, right? So, someone tell me my rules. How do I start this problem? First of all, where do I start?
The variable.
The variable side. Then what do I do? We don't divide. Because if we divide, we start working with that variable. Don't we deal with the variable last?
Yeah.
Yes. So if we're minus 8, what's the opposite of minus 8? Very good. Add 8 to both sides. What's 18 plus 8?
26.
Equals 2q, right? How do I solve that? Divide by 2? Divide by 2. What does q equal? Is this going to be an easy test?
Kind of.
Should be. Yeah, it should be.
Q.
Especially if the first 5 problems are probably on the test.
How'd you guess that?
Which one?
How did you do?
Oh, well, I made a mistake.
13.
Yeah. Who told me 12? Thank you.
How did you do the bomb? Or is it another?
Add 8 to both sides. 18 plus 8, 26. Divide by 2. Divide by 2. 26 divided by 2. 2 goes to the 6 3 times. 2 goes to the 2 once. Q equals 13.
The 3x plus 2.
That's distributive property. Isn't that the same thing as this?
Oh, I thought it was
3
like
times x, 3x. No, this has nothing to do with this. This was when I was talking about this problem right there.
What are you
Oh,
doing? What are you doing? Why are you writing it on that paper?
Okay, is this one a little different?
Yeah, just a little bit.
It-
doesn't matter.
It is. That's correct. It doesn't matter. Because we know the steps, don't we, Padilla?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to write x minus 1, and then we're going to have 5 in parentheses, right?
Yep.
And then the next one is going to be 3x plus 1. So we have distributive property in both these problems, don't we, Erica? Yes. So we're going to multiply these out, right? We're going to multiply this by this and this by this. Correct?
Yeah.
So we're going to have 5x, what?
Negative 5.
Negative 5.
Equals,
What is 3 times x? And what is 3 times 1?
X plus 1.
Okay, guess where we're at now? We have variables on both sides and we have numbers on both sides, right?
Yeah.
Isn't that our last test?
uh-huh.
Yep, that's our last test. I don't get it.
Well,
Sorry, I did my part. Okay,
Do the variable.
someone, okay, you wanna do the variables first? And what do I do when it comes to variables? What do I try to do?
Avoid the negatives.
Okay, so how am I gonna move these right now?
You either put -3 or 3.
Okay, negative 3x, negative 3x.
Just the other.
okay?
You got 2x.
5 minus 3,
2x.
good, 2x. What goes next? What do we pull down?
-5
Very good.
equals +3. Or 3.
We don't write it as plus, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, now are we to a single variable side?
Yeah.
Yes, move up, move up, move up. You definitely don't want to go, like we're literally reviewing for a test.
Work on the variables.
Very good. What's the opposite of -5?
+5.
Very good. Plus 5,
+3 equals 8.
good. And then 2x equals 8.
So you divide.
Very good. Divide by 2. Divide by 2. I have a question, Padilla. How are you getting this so fast? We've done it.
For how much?
Yes, for a whole month. There's nothing new here, except for cross multiplying. That's the only new step.
Wait.
Okay, take advantage of what's in front of you, right? We're pretty much covering everything. Anything special on this? Someone say no.
No.
No, all the steps are the same. What's my first step?
No.
Yeah, cross multiply, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to write it out.
7x.
M, 7.
Or
Do we have to write it out that way?
No.
It's a step, it's a good idea, but technically we write it out like this, right?
Yeah.
Because we don't have x3, we usually have 3x. The constant is in front of the variable. It's just one of those things. We wouldn't get it wrong. Okay, now we're going to do this one, right? Equals 3 and the m plus 4 inside parentheses, right?
wait, where did you get 3?
Where did I get the
Oh
3?
yeah, I got it.
Okay, then what do I have?
Where? So.
Just your property, right? Okay, so we're 7. M equals 3m. Do we see that? 3 times m. And then what is 3 times 4?
Oh. Well.
Padilla, be careful with that. You do that all the time.
That's.
Those, no, it's to help you. It's not. You have an A in my class.
15x?
That's- You should be proud of that. I am.
Is it 15x?
Minus.
What is 3 times 4?
Oh, I thought it was.
Remember, parentheses are always multiplying, not adding. Okay? Okay,
Variable on both sides.
but I have a question. Yeah, we have variables on both sides and we have numbers on one side, right? So what does that mean? How are we going to attack this problem? Don't we have the numbers to one side? So we're not going to work, we're going to work on that side and put the variable to the other side, right? Because us moving this 12 over is an unnecessary step.
Moving it to the other.
It is necessary, yes. Because we want, our next step from here is get variables on one side and numbers to another.
Yeah.
Okay? So we're going to minus 3m. We're going to minus 3m. Right? What we did one side, we did to the other. What is 7 minus 3?
4.
4. Is it positive?
Yes.
Good. Okay, how do I solve that?
Right.
Now I have variables on one side, right? By the way, do we consider this a variable?
Yes.
We do. Don't forget simplifying. What do I mean? Combine like terms, right? If you have a couple of m's together, and they're well, we're not into exponents yet. So if you have m's together, you're going to put the m's together. Okay? Okay, so we're going to divide by 4. We're going to divide by 4, right? So m equals
3.
good. There's 5 questions that are very similar to what's going to be on the test. Are there any of these that I need to go through again? Okay, I saw a lot of thumbs up, so that means everyone told me they got this and they understand it. You have an opportunity to go through this again. What else can you do if you don't want to put yourself out there? Yes, right? You have this lecture, which is the same as last week's. The first 5 questions were on the test. How many questions are here? Where do you think you're going to see these 5? More than likely. Does it even matter if the numbers of the variables change?
No.
No, the rules are all the same. If you know the rules, you're solid. I don't get it. That's not on me. I did my part. Let's talk about the do now. Yes.
Do I gotta use plain paper or can I get line?
No, I put that back there for you guys if you wanted to use it. If you wrote it on that, that is an assignment. You're going to be turning it in and then putting it together with your do now.
Peter,
Stick
Yes.
it, right?
Yes.
In C and D, we don't cross that.
Look, watch this. Rojo, we took this times this, right?
Yeah.
That's what this is right here. Then we took this times this. That's right there.
Oh, I thought we didn't because we didn't put the cross on.
No, it's still what we did.
Okay.
This isn't necessarily a step. This is just giving you direction. We're still doing the same thing here. Look. Okay? All right, let's look at the do now. Is there anything special about the do now?
No.
No. Let's digest it for a minute. Isn't this just like the problems we just did?
Yeah.
10 on the outside of the parentheses, b plus 7, right? Then 3 times 20. Solve it. Anything special on this one?
No.
Anything special on this one?
No.
Okay, how do I, 5t times 2, how do I solve that? How do I solve 5t times 2? Which technically we would write it this way. We can multiply those. It's multiply. It's 10t. Don't be the one. Is this one pretty easy?
Oh, yeah.
b times 2, 6 times 1, divide by 2. This one too, does it matter that that's 100?
Nope.
Nope, all the steps are the same. You don't have to question yourself. What if it's a decimal?
It's a fraction.
Or multiply them and then simplify the answer when it's done.
Yep.
Don't give me a decimal as the answer, give me a fraction. Do you want to go over a couple of improper fractions? Or do we have it?
No, we got it.
Got it?
Yeah.
You want to do 1. Okay, 13, or let's do 12 over 7. How many times does 7 go into 12?
Once.
With how much left over?
6. No. Yeah.
So 7 goes into 12 even?
No.
How much is left over? What's 12 minus 7?
5.
5 over 7, right?
Yeah.
The phone was
Yeah, I'm not sure. Okay, so you want this done, the steps written out. You want to finish the do now and turn it in. Okay? You know what? Understand all these problems. You know how to do them. You're going to do well on the test. Okay? You have the lecture from yesterday. You have this today. You have actual problems that you're going to be given. I would also look at the worksheet. Make sure you finish up that worksheet. There are a lot of problems on that worksheet that are going to be identical or very, very close to what's on the test. Okay. Erica, let's go. Come on. Okay, start to work on your do now, please. I will come by and stamp planners that didn't get stamped.